Thanks for tuning in. This is part one of Secrets of Certification Success. First, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Paul Dwyer. I've been an application developer for over 30 years, started out many years ago as a Fortran programmer. In the mid-'80s, I got into relational database design and database application development. Originally, I was working with a product named Ingress. Some of you may have heard of it. They eventually got into financial troubles, wound up, I think, being bought out by Computer Associates. But at one time, back in the mid-'80s, they were actually a competitor of Oracle. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, a Microsoft certified system engineer, system administrator, DBA, application developer, solution developer, and most recently, I'm a Microsoft certified information technology professional for SQL Server. So if you're here at this point, you're obviously interested in technical certification. Now you know it's going to take some kind of work to achieve that, and you're probably thinking, well, is it really worth the effort? If I get my technical certifications and put in the effort to make that happen, what's it going to do for me? How's it going to benefit me? Probably one of the things you're thinking, well, is if I get a technical certification, maybe that will make me more money. Guess what? Certification will definitely make you more money, but that's only the first benefit of getting your certification. In today's economy, everyone is facing challenges to increasing their income, and companies are offering slim annual increases like 1% or maybe no increases and more unpaid overtime. Promotion and internal advancement often offer a way to a bigger step up to higher personal earnings. Managers are always looking for the people who have something extra to offer. Certification demonstrates your dedication, competence, and pursuit of excellence. For many people who have faced downsizing or a brick wall to advancement, the key to generating more income may lie in a new job or new opportunity somewhere else. Your experience and certifications will show that you have what it takes to take on new challenges. If you are currently unemployed, then there's no doubt that certifications will help you make more money. Many state unemployment programs will help you with training and certification. You can get back on track with the help of your certifications. Now, this is something that you may have not have thought about. How about making money giving others the benefit of your experience? To become a technical trainer, you will need to obtain IT certifications, but now you will have opened a completely new career opportunity. Technical training is one of the quickest ways to leverage your IT certifications, and it can be very lucrative. Just recently, I taught a 3-day Microsoft VB scripting course, and I was able to do it from my home. All the technology was provided by a Microsoft Learning Center, and the course materials were provided free from Microsoft. Working from home those 3 days, I earned nearly $1,600. Would you like to be making anywhere from $400 a day to $1,100 a day? If you are teaching a popular course that's in demand among IT professionals, you can get these kinds of rates. There's also some great lifestyle benefits. When I taught this course recently, I did it from my home. I had students in Long Island, Massachusetts, Phoenix, Arizona, and Rockville, Maryland. Microsoft provided the curriculum and materials, and the training center found the students. You can do this full-time, or you can do it part-time, like I do. One of the next great benefits of certification is that certification is going to get you noticed. When many prospective employers are looking for good ways to distinguish one job candidate from another, certification is often listed as either a requirement or desirable in many technical specifications for jobs. The marketplace for IT jobs has become increasingly competitive. Certification will help you stand out from the crowd. I have been in the information technology business for over 30 years. Almost all of that time, I've been developing computer database applications. Most recently, I've worked with Visual Basic, .NET, SQL Server. I also do Oracle PL/SQL development. But after 25 years in the same industry, I started to look for a change and some variety. I also noticed what a lot of other people were noticing about compensation for IT employees and consultants. Things just weren't the same anymore. Since the late 80s, the marketplace for IT personnel has become very crowded. Many more people now have computer science degrees, and there is a glut of technical people, all of whom have the same skills. Another big development has been the use of outsourcing and offshore development. There's just a lot more pressure on IT personnel because of these things. Many of the clients of the consulting company I work for are using offshore software developers and outsourcing their desktop support. One of the biggest users of offshore IT personnel is Big Blue, IBM. It's not something that IBM likes to really talk about. Certification gives you options and opportunities. I started looking into becoming a Microsoft certified trainer in June of 2002. And in order to become a trainer at that time, you needed a premier certification, and you still do. At that time, you needed to be a Microsoft certified DBA, an MCSE, or a Microsoft certified solution developer. In order to get my Microsoft certified DBA, I would need to pass 4 exams. For my solution developer, I would need to pass 5 exams, and for my MCSE, I would need to pass 7 exams. At this time, there was some overlap on the exams, so if you passed a certain exam for the Microsoft certified DBA, it would count towards one of the exams for the MCSE. So once I would get, actually the first certification I got was my Microsoft certified DBA. So having that, I was able to go on to the next step, which was to just take a Microsoft course, observe how it was taught. Third step was take a Train the Trainer course, and the last step was to put in my application. After you submit your application and you have all the requirements, you're notified in about a day or two, and they send you a nice little welcome kit. These are some of the different certifications that you can, if you want to become a trainer, that you would need to have today. Certification gives you a tremendous feeling of satisfaction and success. I'll never forget when I passed my first exam, and also after I had passed several exams and attained my Microsoft certified DBA certification. It was a great feeling. Another interesting thing was, now I didn't have to say, hey, look at me. Guess what? Microsoft was saying, hey, look at Paul Dwyer. I was getting an endorsement by a very big name. Big name. So, how do I become, if you're thinking, well, all right, sounds like a good idea, I'll make some more money, maybe I'll get some better job security. How do I become certifiable? Now put that in there just to see if you're paying attention. If you want to become certifiable, you do something crazy. So let's rephrase that. How do I obtain a valuable technical certification? What you'll need to do is pass 1 or more certification exams given by a prestigious technical company such as Microsoft, Oracle, Cisco, Citrix. Well, I looked it all over, checked out all the information about becoming a trainer and getting my certifications, and I decided I was going to change my career, change my life, and I was going to make a lot more money. I decided to go for it. Guess what happened? I failed. Didn't do too good first time out of the gate. Came pretty close. Now, I could have packed up my bags and said, well, I guess this is not for me. Okay, but I was determined. So then what happened? Got back on my horse. I then passed 8 exams in 8 months. 1 a month. And over a 2.5-year period, I was able to pass 12 exams with no failures. Not too shabby. Here's the fun part. You can duplicate my results. And of course, you're thinking, well, I don't know, Polly. Sounds really good. Maybe you're just a good test taker, huh? Maybe that's how you did it. Or you might be thinking about doing it. Maybe you're my age. Might even be retired, but things being what they are, maybe you got to go back to work thinking about making some money. You've been in IT for a while. Now you're thinking, well, gee, how am I going to start taking exams again? Haven't done that in a while. How long is this going to take? Is this going to take forever? Well, how did I do it? You're probably a good test taker. Maybe you're smarter than you look. You cheated. The answer is none of these. After I failed the first exam, I came up with a very methodical and disciplined study plan that I applied to each exam that I took after that. I call it my Secrets of Certification Success. Now you might be thinking, well, I know you could do it, but I'm not sure I can do it. If you have any self-doubt, don't. I've been very careful in how I've marketed this information. I advertise primarily to people in the IT business because not everyone can do this. Plumbers and carpenters would have a tough time trying to pass certification exams and become a technical trainer. Not because they're not smart, but because they haven't learned the skills that you have in your IT career. And lastly, if I can do it, you can do it. Look at that face. Now this guy's not going to get himself on the cover of GQ anytime soon. But if you decide to follow this process and get your certification, and by the way, if you want to become a trainer, you really only need one certification, and a lot of these certifications only require you to pass 2 exams. So if you stick with this, you might wind up with something like this. This is my Microsoft Certified Trainer Certificate. Let's move on, and I'll show you how to duplicate my results.